Nevadans are celebrating 152 years of statehood. Our next guest has his finger on the pulse of Nevada history.
Oh, he certainly does. He also has a replica of the Taj Mahal inside his living room.
Why not?
We are thrilled to welcome Lonnie Hammargren to the show. Lonnie, you're the former Lieutenant Governor of Nevada, also a retired neurosurgeon, just to name a few things that you do.
You're the most interesting man in the world.
Aptly named.
You're right.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
The only thing I lack is humility.
Oh.
There's a few people in
that's totally overrated.
Yes, wow, man, if you watch the news lately. So we were by the house yesterday. Before we get into what we saw at the house, let's talk about this party that you have going on in celebration of Nevada Day.
Mm-hmm.
I am totally involved in Nevada Day, and I have been for 20 years. Ever since I was Lieutenant Governor, I realized people don't celebrate in Las Vegas. They do up north. But Nevada is a day, it's a special day. We became a state. Abraham Lincoln made us a state because he wanted to pass the Emancipation Proclamation. And he needed one more vote. And Nevada was very, very close. It would have made the difference if Nevada came in, and but you had to have supposedly 60,000 people. Well, Lincoln says, you know what? There's a lot of people that visit Nevada. I bet you got 60,000 people. Let's make it a state.
Really?
I love it.
And that's how it got to be the 31st, which is Halloween, and Nevada Day.
How many people were there in Nevada at that point?
About 30,000.
You know, he's like, give it about 60.
Cool.
My goodness.
That's what was going on 152 years ago.
Yeah.
So interesting. Now, you've built this fabulous life here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You came to Las Vegas to practice neurosurgery. You purchased your home in 1972, and since then have built it into
a museum.
Amazing
Well,
place.
I built it into a museum, but it's a museum of Nevada history, and world history. And that's why I am putting out a party on the Saturday and Sunday, the last days of this month.
This weekend.
Yes, this weekend. And I'm inviting people over from noon to 4. It costs $15. But it's a celebration of all the things about Nevada that I've collected and the things about the world. So
let's show some of those things.
If you have not seen the Hammargren house, be prepared. Your mind's about to be blown. I mean, how many years have you been collecting things, be it Nevada, or I see the Osama Yo Mama bomb there. Like you have the showboat sign in your backyard. It's really incredible.
A piano from Liberace.
A Liberace piano in the front.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. How long you've been collecting all this stuff?
ever since I was 5 years old.
No kidding.
Really?
Look at this. Look at this.
I still have the butterflies and moths I collected when I was 5 years old, and I remember it. That's
Really?
the best part. Yes.
Wow.
And
You know, oh, there's the hippo, which is right next to Abraham Lincoln. Sean and I got up in that. That was a, tell us about the little space capsule.
The capsule. It is an actual space capsule. I also applied for the space program, and I went to NASA for a year, but my vision wasn't good enough to be an astronaut, so I decided to go back to my first love of neurosurgery.
Your vision was good enough to operate on brains. I'll give you that. Look at this. Look at this. There's a secret door here that opens up into this bar.
It's a speakeasy.
Unbelievable.
Old timers. Now, will people get to go in the speakeasy this weekend?
Yeah.
You know, you're so open. You're just letting people walk in to your home.
How else
in
can you
any
show
area.
everything off if you don't open it all up?
It's amazing.
Like my jaw dropped walking in. Every room that you enter is just like, wow, where am I? You don't have an HOA, do you?
Of course I do.
Oh, you do? Oh. Wow, you got a great HOA. I love it.
Yeah.
I have a plant in the wrong space. They get mad at me. You have a book as well. This is which is great because I want to get into your mind. You've got so much going on. You have so many great stories. Neurosurgeon of the Gladiators, or for the Gladiators.
For the Gladiators.
For the Gladiators.
Let's talk about this book.
And that's because I chose a name that Evel Knievel chose to what he did. He called himself a gladiator.
And hold on, you were the neurosurgeon.
I was Evel Knievel's doctor.
No kidding.
I was his son's doctor. His son lives in town now.
Oh, wow.
Robbie Knievel.
Robbie.
And
Nice.
so Robbie comes over. He may be over on a Saturday and Sunday. He often comes to my parties.
As he should.
And so there was other people like Gary Wells who may come. Gary crashed trying to jump at Caesar's Palace Fountain.
Wow.
And his heart was torn loose from his aorta. Now, I'm the one that made the diagnosis. I was there as a spectator, and I saw the two doctors ahead of time. They didn't want to be there, and I knew they weren't very good doctors. So when he crashed, I ran there and with his father and got Gary. First of all, he was unconscious. Then he woke up, and then I could see he couldn't. He couldn't. He could feel his legs, but he couldn't move them. And I checked him out, and I said, "There's something wrong higher up." He says, "Because mainly it's a pain in his heart in that area." And he actually did have a transection of the aorta, which is 98% fatal.
Wow. That's
so I got a heart surgeon, Dr. Ficus, and we sewed his heart back on. Now I say we, that isn't my skills. They couldn't find another assistant.
Yeah.
So right afterwards, though, we went outside and Ficus says, "You know what? They didn't have the right surgery equipment. They didn't have the right stitches at this hospital." And I said, "What do you think we should do?" This is, 6 or 7 at night.
Yeah.
And he said, "I think we should do it over again." And that's exactly what we did.
No kidding.
We got the stitches that we needed from another hospital and redid it and did it over again.
Wow.
That's what's called guts.
You're going to, well, literally, you're going to be at the party. We're going to pick your brain.
Absolutely.
Oh, by
Really
the way,
quickly,
we have
your tie.
Sorry, we have a close-up right now on your tie.
Yes.
It's featuring your lovely wife.
Oh, my
She
goodness.
is lovely.
Yes.
And she currently is sick. And unfortunately, I just came from the hospital visiting her, and hopefully she'll be well enough she can come home for the party.
You know what? That's what we hope for you as well.
Lonnie.
You are a treasure trove of stories. I tell you, not only is your house fascinating, but listening to you tell stories is fascinating as well.
You're a great man. It's great having you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us over yesterday. My goodness. Wow.
Celebrate Nevada Day this Saturday and Sunday at the Hammargren Home of Nevada History. The home will be open from noon to 4 p.m.
Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for kids and seniors. And the website's nevadaday.org. Address is right there. And don't forget to say hello to Lonnie as well.